Hi guys, just wanted to show a little update of what I've been doing on my balcony. Because I have had a really bad problem with mold here, and the thing is that I have asthma, and I'm also, among a number of other things, very, very allergic to mold. It's for me, I guess as I speak, you're gonna wonder, but there's no visible mold anywhere. It is so bad that I feel absolutely tiny amounts, like definitely microscopic. So, if you wanna know if you have a mold problem, you call me. And it's so bad. It feels like breathing in chlorine. I don't know if you've done that before. It's like a very toxic, very acidic gas just hitting my throat. It literally burns my throat and my lungs. So that is before you have any sign at all showing through the ceiling or walls. It's amazing. So if there's, I gotta fight. Some people might not even know that they have a problem, as long as it doesn't spread and just stays there contained. They might live their whole life in the house not knowing they have any mold, and for good reason, because why, if it doesn't show up, it doesn't bother you. But for me, if it's there, it's there, and it needs to go, no matter how big or small. And for some reason, the guys that worked on this balcony, we don't have contractors here because construction companies, that thing is too expensive for how much a normal person makes. So we just have these guys, come in and do the work on their own, and just give them money in the hand and call it a day. And they insulated the ceiling on the balcony, which quite honestly doesn't make much sense. I mean, you need to insulate the exterior walls. You're not gonna get much cold from the neighbor. This is a reinforced concrete building, by the way, so none of that plywood drywall stuff you get in the US. But anyway, they chose to do this, so there's probably some drywall in there with some polystyrene insulation behind it, and they did this very bad job on the outside where the top of the ceiling meets with the balcony of my neighbor. They kind of left this open gap, and every time it rained there was water coming in and just gathering inside there, and you can imagine all the water getting drawn inside the ceiling there. I had to punch a few holes just to see if my theory was right, and that was it. The moment I punched the holes, there was a very strong smell of mold coming out of there. So I decided to use these stone chip protection sprays for that I used on my car. It's basically a spray can of a spray version of rubber. It's a spray on rubber, something like that. And I just covered the entire line. Covered some holes with plaster before that, and just applied that stone chip protection over for the whole length. Now I don't know. I have yet to see how this works. It hasn't rained yet. There's gonna be a few more days till it rains, if at all. So it's kind of a waiting game. But yeah, I don't think there's gonna be any problem. That stuff is good. It really holds on to the surfaces, and it's really strong. I've had stones, as you see. There's a road full of stones here. All this gravel, and you can imagine it hits the underside, of my wheel wells, or how you call them. And I've took a look at the car, and there's none of it that comes off, so it's really good. If for those stones and there's no chipping inside on the car. I guess it's gonna be okay, you know, just sitting in the rain. Because that stuff is designed to be pounded, you know, like with stones, with the high speed projectiles that come off the road when you drive. So just sitting there in the sun, I don't think it's gonna be that bad. But anyway, I have to wait for some rain to see how this goes. Thanks for watching.